السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ازيك يا باشا؟ عمل ايه يا برنس? Does it sound like Arabic? Well, surprise, surprise, it is Arabic, but it is Arabic in the Egyptian accent. أهلا وسهلا إلى Mentorsa. Today, we are going to cover a very important topic. We're going to dive into the exciting world of studying Arabic in Egypt, specifically through the Marakiz. If you are considering heading to Egypt to boost your Arabic skills by studying in the Marakiz, you're actually in the right place because we'll cover everything you need to know about the Marakiz and how to pick the best one according to your needs. Egypt is an absolute hotspot for Arabic language learning with tons of options. But today we are zooming in on how to study in the Marakiz, which are specialized language learning centers. Now, if you want to learn about the 3 other ways you can study in Egypt, feel free to check out the other videos with regards to studying in Egypt on the Mentorsa channel and you'll get more information inshallah. Today we're going to guide you on how to choose the Marakiz and which are the best options. Alright. First things first, let's understand what Marakiz are all about. Marakiz, it's the plural of the Arabic word Markiz. Markiz basically means a center, right? What centers are we talking about here? We're talking about learning centers and mostly language learning centers. There are a lot of Marakiz in Egypt that are focused on teaching the Arabic language to foreign students, but at the same time, a lot of these Marakiz also have Quranic studies, they have Hadith sciences, and they also have Aqidah studies, etc. And these centers, they come in different forms and offer various ways to study, each with its own pros and cons. One thing to note is that some Marakiz, they may provide you with certificates, but not all do so. So if a certificate is important to you, make sure to check with the administration beforehand. Keep in mind that these certificates are mostly valuable only if they come from a very well-known institute that has affiliations with higher learning bodies. Otherwise, if you're just learning in a local regional center, even if they provide you with a certificate, they may not be accepted in other countries. Now, an important thing we need to understand with regards to joining a Marakiz is with regards to the visa and the accommodations. Unlike joining Al-Azhar University, where you get a student visa upon enrollment, most Marakiz, they don't offer this benefit. At least not that I know of. So if you know any Marakiz that do provide the visa, feel free to drop it in the comments. Also, finding a place to stay, it is up to you. They don't provide dorm facilities or hostel facilities. All right. Now, let's come to the cream of the corn. How to choose a good Marakiz in Egypt, especially when there are a lot of Marakiz and people are saying a lot of different contradicting opinions about them. When you are choosing a Marakiz, the first thing you need to think about is how much time you actually have on your hands. Most students who come to Egypt from across the world, they spend 1 or 2 years in Egypt to basically complete their Arabic studies and also complete the hifz of the Quran. And these Marakiz, they basically take about 1.5 or 2 years to basically cover their full syllabus of Arabic language learning. And there are a lot of levels. We'll talk about it inshallah very soon. So trying to cram everything into a short period like 6 months isn't a great idea. You'll likely burn out and you'll not be able to master the subjects properly. And I've seen a lot of such students. They're very hasty, right? They take a small break from their college studies. They come to Egypt for 6 months or 7 months, let's say, and then they try to cram up everything into one short period. Learning Quran, learning Hadith, learning Aqidah, learning the Arabic language, subhanAllah. Unless you are a savant, a mastermind, subhanAllah, it's going to be very hard for you to do that. You'll likely burn out. You might even lose your interest in seeking knowledge. So it's very important that you take a proper time. I would recommend 2 years, all right? 2 years is not a long time comparing your entire life, right? Hopefully, if you get a long life. Right? So taking 2 years out of it to basically efficiently study the Quran and the Arabic language, that's a very good deal to take. All right. Now, let's talk about the different types of Marakiz. Generally speaking, there are 2 styles of teaching, and we can categorize the Marakiz into these 2 types based on the styles of teaching. The first one is grammar-focused Marakiz, and the second one is the speaking-focused Marakiz. What do these mean? First of all, the grammar-focused Marakiz. These are language learning centers that focus heavily on the grammatical part of Arabic language learning, the qawa'id, the sarf, and the nahu, with less emphasis on speaking. So they don't give a lot of focus on your communication or your conversational skills, but they give a lot of focus on the morphology of the language. Some well-known institutions, some well-known Marakiz in this specific category are Markaz al-Ibana and Markaz al-Furqan. Now, Markaz al-Ibana is actually on the pricier side, while Markaz al-Furqan is a more affordable option, alhamdulillah. And Markaz al-Furqan, it has its own curriculum. I read through the curriculum, alhamdulillah, it looked really wonderful, alhamdulillah. The next type of markaz is basically the speaking focused markaz. Now, these are centers that prioritize speaking skills, conversational skills, and communicational skills over the grammatical aspect of learning Arabic language. And institutions like Markaz al-Fajr and Markaz al-Nil, who use Al-Arabiya Bayna Yadayk syllabus as their textbook, they focus on the conversational aspect of learning the Arabic language, right? And these Marakiz that I just mentioned, they can be a little bit on the expensive side, especially for students from the non-Western countries who don't pay in dollars or euros, right? Another very good recommendable option is the Markaz called as Lisan al-Arab, which emphasizes on the speaking aspect first and then the grammar later. And I've heard from my friends that they used to teach Al-Arabiya Bayna Yadayk syllabus first, but now they have developed their own syllabus, which is also very, very effective. Also, one more thing I will highly recommend you to look at is what the orientation of the Marakiz is. A lot of the Marakiz in Egypt, they are run just for the business purpose, all right? So therefore, they charge a very hefty fee so that you can learn the Arabic language. What I would recommend is don't go to these centers who are very business focused, but rather go to these centers in which there are people who are very religious and they're trying to teach Arabic language for the sake of da'wah, even though, you know, there's a fee. All right. The next important thing we need to look at is the class format. When studying at a Markaz, you can choose between two types of classes. Either the Majmu'ah, the group classes, or the Khas, the private classes. The group classes follow a structured syllabus. They are cheaper and they offer a diverse learning environment. So you'll be studying in a class with students from all over the world, subhanallah, which means you will have the golden opportunity to converse in the Arabic language, in the Fusha. Because oftentimes, if you get outside the Markaz, like you walk through the Suq, you'll not be able to hear a lot of Fusha. You'll be hearing the Ami Arabic, the Lahja, the Egyptian Lahja, subhanallah, which is very, very classic. They have a lot of different phrases, which are very gharib, which are very strange to the standard Arabic language. Right? In standard Arabic, we ask, Kayf al-hal? They might say Amalay, they might say Zayk ya bash, right? Which are very strange for a lot of people. They may not even understand it, right? Qaf is pronounced as O in Qahira, right? If we say Qamar in Fusha, in Qahira, in Egypt, in the northern part of Egypt, they say Amr, right? So, you know, there are minor or sometimes major differences in the way that Arabic is spoken outside the Markaz. So, if you want to practice Fusha, if you want to practice the standard Arabic, what I would recommend is joining a group class where in which you have students and you can communicate with these students and improve your language efficiency. Now, private classes, on the other hand, allow for a personalized speed and pace with a direct communication and interaction with the teacher. It has its own uses and advantages, right? Imagine you're having a very small time and you are a fast learner. So you can join these private classes, and with a private teacher, you can basically learn really, really fast, right? You will not need to wait for all other students to basically understand the class and, you know, waiting for the teacher to finish all their doubts. They might be a bit slow for a lot of people who are fast learners. So if you're a fast learner and you have a very short time to basically finish the syllabus, then khalas, join the khas, join the private class, and you can finish the levels, and any specific questions you have, you can directly ask the teacher, you can get it solved, and then you can move ahead to the next chapter without needing to wait for other people. Now, Egypt, it has a lot of Marakiz, right? So before choosing, just make sure to do proper research on which Marakiz to choose, what methodology they have, look at the reviews of the students. But if you look at it generally, almost all these Marakiz are very efficient because they have been in the field of Arabic language teaching for a long time. Right? So if you're choosing a Markaz, stick with the Markaz that are already established. Don't go for the new ones. Stick with the ones that are already established. They have an established system of learning, and there are a lot of people who studied there and they came out and they have good reviews about the Markaz. All right. And if you look at their syllabus, altogether, comparatively, in a holistic manner, there is not a lot of difference between the syllabuses that are followed. So regardless of what markers you pick, it basically depends upon how hard you basically work. I know students who go into markers that are very expensive, that has a lot of good reviews, but they don't put in the hard work, and they finally come out with very bad language skills. While the other guy, he joined a very cheap markers with a very small fee, but he put in a lot of hard work. He tried to implement the language he learned, subhanallah, and within a short period of time, he's speaking Arabic very fluently. So it primarily depends upon the hard work you put in. Almost all of these Marakiz, they have very similar methodologies. Even though the syllabuses seem very different to each other, the outcome may be very similar because all the topics might be covered here and there. So don't worry. A common mistake a lot of students studying in the Marakiz make is actually jumping from one Marakiz to another based on other people's opinions. SubhanAllah, since a lot of these Marakiz are concentrated in these regions like Hayy al-Ashar or Hayy al-Thamin or Hayy al-Sabi', what happens is you get to meet a lot of other students who are studying in these different Marakiz, and you get to hear a lot of opinions. Right? A lot of students might say, oh, my Marakiz is really good. They have a really good methodology. You should come and join us, etc. And then you might have started in your Marakiz, and you have studied there for maybe 1 month or two, and now you leave all of it and you join the next Marakiz, right? And there are people who I know who jump from one Marakiz to the next. Subhanallah. This can lead to a lot of confusions, and it will waste your time. There's a saying in Malayalam, which is my native language. It's a phrase. It's called as akkara pacha. It might sound like a strange sound to people who don't know the Malayalam language, but it's something that is very deep. It basically means thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, right? You're on one part of the island and you look at the other island across the river, and then you think, oh, the grass is greener on that side, so let me swim across the river. And you get there and you find that the grass is basically similar to what grass you already had in your own island. All right, so don't listen to all these conflicting opinions. If you choose one Marakiz, just stick to it. Don't let the fear of missing out make you switch from one Marakiz to the next constantly. Stick to your chosen Marakiz and stick to your methodology. Just try to complete all the levels, and if there are any specific aspects you think you missed, then try to make it up by talking to the students who might have learned about it. Now, on a final note, let me give you a personal recommendation. If you ask me personally which methodology is the best, I would actually recommend starting with a speaking focus Marakiz and supplementing it with grammar classes on specific books like Ajrumiya along with its explanation, or Qatr al-Nada, etc. This will basically get you both of the words. Now, how can you do that? Let me give you an example. Join a Marakiz which focuses on the speaking aspect of the Arabic language, in which you're learning conversational skills, and apply these conversational skills whenever you get out of the Marakiz. Right? Don't talk your native language. Talk in the Arabic language. Try to learn new words and try to implement it right then and there. Keep a notebook for writing the vocabulary. All right. Along with that, try to find a personal tutor, or try to find a group of people who are already learning books of grammar. Right, like Ajrumiya, which is a very, very basic book of Arabic grammar, or you can learn Qatr al-Nada or any other grammar books for that matter. So join these circles. Try to learn grammar on one side, and on the other side, focus on the communication aspect of Arabic language. Because I personally have seen a lot of people who have studied in Egypt for maybe 1 year. They get out, they might know about Arabic morphology. They might be able to open a kitab and then note down the sarf of the different words and the nahw of the different words, and they're very capable of it. But then if you talk to them in the Arabic language, you see they're very inefficient, subhanAllah. They'll not even be able to hold a sentence together in the proper Arabic communication style. So that is a huge problem. So if you want to get out of that, just focus on joining a speaking focus Marakiz, supplement it with grammar, merge it together, and subhanallah, you get the best of both worlds. There are a few important information that I did not cover in this specific video, like the class timing, the schedule that is followed, the types of teachers that are there, the contact number of these Marakiz, how to get there, their map location, etc. Inshallah, don't worry, it is available on the Mentorsa website. Just go to mentorsa.org, go to the Talabul Ilm section, go to Study in Egypt, and there you will find information about this Marakiz, their contact, their map location, etc. Inshallah. So that's a wrap on our overview of studying in the Marakiz in Egypt. If you need personal guidance, you can book an appointment with one of the coordinators or mentors in the Mentorsa website, and they'll guide you on how to reach there, inshallah. More videos on Egypt are coming soon, so let us know what topics you would like to cover next about studying in Egypt, and inshallah we'll make sure to compile the details and let you know authentic information, inshallah. With that, we conclude. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and make sure to keep us in your prayers, in your du'as. See you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanallah, this is an amazing opportunity for you to make your dreams a reality. Do you dream of studying in Medina? Do you dream of studying in Mecca, in Riyadh, in Jizan, in Egypt, in Yemen, in Mauritania? Then this is a treasure chest of information that'll help you reach there, inshallah. Go to mentorsa.org, navigate to the Talabul Ilm section, inshallah, and you will find here a treasure chest of information about different Islamic universities, different Islamic Marakiz and learning centers from across the world that you can directly join, inshallah. Let me help you on how to navigate through the website. If you want to join Islamic University of Medina, click here on the Islamic University of Medina, and you will find a lot of general important information about the Arabic Language Institute for non-Arabic speakers in the university. You will find information about the syllabus that's followed there. You will find information about the different faculties in Medina University, what are the different facilities that are provided in the Islamic University of Medina, etc. If you want to apply, go to the how to apply section, and you will find information about what all documents do you require. If you have more questions, you can directly mail it to us, inshallah, and we will include it here in the FAQ. We already have a few questions that are answered, alhamdulillah. A lot of more videos are being made about Islamic University of Medina. If you want to see those, click on the video section. If you want to see photos about the Islamic University of Medina, click the photo gallery. And finally, if you want to have step-by-step guidance and help on how to reach Islamic University of Medina, then click on Consult Expert, and you can book a session with a student in the university, inshallah, who will guide you step by step on every procedure from getting to Islamic University of Medina from your country, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open for you doors to Talab Al Ilm, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this a sadaqatul jariyah for all of us. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.